Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode I had a terrible cold, and in this episode I still have a terrible cold, so not much change there. However, what was a nice change and a good addition was the addition of this workshop, where we have a total of 10 saws and 10 presses. Obviously it's not fully complete, it's not an insert Emperor Palpatine quote fully operational workshop, however it will do for now. By the way, today's beverage is more cold and flu drink because, well, cold and flu. So in this episode I want to crack on and continue on with building this workshop. We also want to perhaps look at a purpose for this room, because it's been sitting there doing nothing and it's starting to be a little bit annoying, and we also want to build some of the psychologist's office around here and start running some of those programs, and obviously just the usual management of the facility. At this stage we are pretty much on the latter stages of the facility. We only really need to place a bit of flooring around here, finish off this area here, and then probably most likely clone one of these sort of wings and then put it down here as well, because we can't really think of much of a purpose for this area. Obviously visitation probably expand as well, but yeah, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's just crack on with a tunnel search, because we haven't done a tunnel search in quite some time. Also, I want to go to flooring and then white tiles, and then place some white tiles there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll check throughout the facility, because if we've had some escapes, it is possible that there are some bits of flooring missing, which is a bit of a shame it doesn't automatically replace it, but there you are. Anyway, that's now sorted. So we're finding booze, and we'll find cell phones and things. In fact, there you go, on cue, cell phone, because they do stash them in the toilet. Now, we're not doing a full shakedown. As you can see, they're only searching the toilets. We're just looking for tunnels. This is still not a foolproof way of finding tunnels. There is still a mischance when you go through these, but we are finding some contraband as well, which is quite nice. So in terms of intake, we are going to receive a total of 3 prisoners. However, one of them is criminally insane, and I don't really want any more. Let's have a quick look. So yes, it does say criminally insane inmate 23 with a maximum capacity of 24. Now, we do have a padded holding cell, but I don't think it's worth taking in that prisoner there. So I'm going to put that down to 0, and we have actually found a tunnel. There we go. So prisoner Curtis and Alexander have been tunneling together. So we got from one toilet to the other, and then down a bit. Looks like they were going for Leatherhoff to get their cooperation in as well. And we can see they're also going towards the end there. So we found another tunnel, which is interesting. Let me just unpause it here. And so looks like this has recently been started. Oh no, it is connected up in the middle. My mistake. So we got what's that? Renson, Beckwith, Blake, and Harris, and Venning. Oh, Venning and Underwood tunneling as well. Very, very interesting that it's this cell block that has the most tunnels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people tunneling. Probably an 8th as well when they're working down there. Okay. 8 in total. That is quite interesting. I don't know why it would be this one. Obviously, these ones we haven't found anything, so strange. Let's go over to foundation and remove tunnels. Get rid of all of that. We do want to then prioritize that, and then knock the speed up a couple of notches as well. So I found 3 tunnels, 5 pairs of scissors, bottle of booze, 2 cell phones, and 3 ropes. So that's what they've been using, probably for those digging implements. And it doesn't look like we found any other tunnels, although they're still searching for some reason. Let's go over to our walls and floors, and then floors, and then go to white tiles, and then clicky draggy and get all of that sorted. There we are. Only a couple of them do require the addition of the flooring back in, so there we are. And we'll receive our next prisoners shortly. Only 2 minimum security, so we'll see what that's like. We do have a lot of guards just sort of standing around the Bridge of Doom, as always. It is the nature of the beast. And checking out in here, we can see we do have some prisoners that are a bit stressed out. There's Ed there. It sounds like they're fighting, but I don't know if it is them. Where is it? Yeah. It's like banging and clanging come from here, but it does sound like it's there from there, but very strange. Very strange. Anyway, so you can see they've got a little bit of stress on some of them. Nothing major. We do have the Rorschach tests in there as well as the medicine cabinet. I don't think we can get the other one in. Zoom in here. Flipboard, no. 7 more psychological sessions and anatomy model, 17 more. Let's go over to intelligence and informants. We can see that we have our intake here, but no traits, so that is fine. Right, with the money that we have, we can probably build a couple of psychologist offices. So let's go over to, actually, quick build offices. And we'll change it to... Which one was it? Wall classy green, I believe. Let me check. Yes, okay. So, quick build. Office. Wall classy green. And... That's only the 4x4, whereas these are... Look of it. 5x5 internal, so we'll have to build them manually. Foundation, more wall classy green, and we're just going to build the one, and then we'll clone it. So in terms of doors, we will have a standard door. Don't think a staff door is necessary. The entrance can be in the center there, because we'll probably have them up and down. Just rotate them around. And I'll let them crack on with that. Will I have power though? No. So where's the best to power this up from? Probably this one, actually. I was actually tempted to remove that bit and power the rest of this with the new power plant as well, simply because it keeps the others quite low so they don't blow up, which is always an advantage. Let's go over to electrical cable, and we will run in electrical cable 1, 2, 3. That should do quite nicely. And then we'll put up to a max speed. Well, old max speed, not new max speed, because new max speed is ludicrous speed. Right, so we really need to do something with this here. What can go in there? Rooms. Well, we've got common rooms, we've got laundry, we've got visitation, we've got a cleaning cupboard. None that seems to fit. Got classrooms, got paroles. We've got 4 paroles, in fact. As you can see, it's running quite well, although that one's not getting ran. I guess we could run some more. Let's check, actually. Let's go for programs. Parole hearing. There's a lot there. There's still 2 in the queue, but I think the amount we're running, we're probably okay there. And also, we've just released some prisoners too from that parole stuff. Forestry, indoors, not a good idea, and also, well, you can't. Reception, we've got at the front. All of this padded stuff we don't need because it's on the left-hand side. Mail room and shop we've already got. So basically, I can't really see any reason to put anything in this room. The only thing that we haven't got, and maybe worth adding, is a morgue. But a morgue right in the centre here, probably not the best place for it. Also, we've never really had the need for one. At the moment, the infirmary is obviously oversized. Well, will always be oversized. However, I don't think we need to add any more. So, we'll see. We'll add it later on if needs be. So we're going to go over to office here. Designate that as an office. We need to go to our flooring, and then what sort of office do I want? Probably, I think the red carpet, the brown carpet is the way forward. Yeah, we'll place that on there. So brown carpet. We'll have our usual stuff in here. So you need, well, it recommends a moose head, and a chest of drawers and coat stand. No, maybe not. So we'll have our, I think, chair office on the left hand side there, with a filing cabinet at the back. We need probably a little coat stand in. Would be quite nice, maybe in that corner there. An office desk which can go in there, and actually I'll change the coat stand. I don't like where it is. Probably place it in that corner there. And then we also need, do we need a sofa? Oh, 10 grand grant completion. Looks like the... Yes, the license plates have been produced. Excellent. So we'll go over to our grants then. We have no carpentry apprenticeship program, so I'll set that going. And is there anyone that is bothered about doing the carpentry apprenticeship? 3 interested / qualified. Well, that's probably decent to run. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Only one per... Well, it says 2 interested / qualified, but only one's actually going to do it. It might be because of scheduling conflicts or something. Anyway, so this is now getting built. Requires the office desk. That'll be fine. Just going to double check what we have in these rooms where we have like a sofa wide and things like that. I think we'll just have a sofa in there then. Yeah. Objects. And it's not recommending a sofa, but I will put a sofa in probably there. And that should do for this. Let's go over to our psychologist office and remove that. This then is now not designated as psychologist. Why? They're all psychiatrist's office, yes. So, hang on, that's a psychologist. By his office, and they're going over there, yes. And if I build that in there, padded cell, nope, hang on, office. That's fine. Okay, so the psychologist has headed over here, and there we are. We can now start running programs. So, walls and doors. I did want like a fence around here, have it like a separate area, but is it necessary now? Is it really necessary? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. What we'll do instead is use like grass around the outside, and we'll have like just a pathway. So the pathway will go along there. It'll go across there. And we'll connect that up there. Like that. And the rest we'll have as grass. Just to make it look a bit better. Up to there. Up to there. Go around. We could even put some bushes and trees in. That would look quite nice. Problem with that is it obviously costs a fairly decent amount of money, but we also have a fairly decent amount of money. So, removing all of the bits around here. All the planning. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that's laid out. That's good. That's good. What does seem a bit off is around here, because you've got like a gap. You've got like 2 there, and maybe that would be better. Okay, so job done. Let's go over to our prison grading. We can see that our reoffending rate is at, I think that's an all-time low at 4%, which is pretty good. We have a punishment at 8, which is really high. Reform at 7, which is very high indeed. Obviously, that's gone up because, I'm guessing, of the workshop. Security is 3, so that has gone up as well. And health is 1, which sounds really bad, but is actually not too bad at all. Let's go over to our schedule. Actually, no, programs. And behavioural therapy, 1 in the queue. We can run 1. Okay. But nobody's bothered it. So, I'm probably not going to run it then. If no one's bothered, I'll not do it. It does cost a fairly decent amount of money, so yeah, we'll leave that. Okay, over to the workshop, and we will finish off this workshop. Objects, workshop saws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 saws and 6 presses. And then the carpenter tables, just another set of 3. All of the connections are in, so we will connect that up shortly. And that means that we should be producing... I'm just thinking what flooring. Flooring should be... Could go with concrete. Speaking of concrete... Concrete should go there. I think what we'll do is put in the iron floor. What would that look like? Let's put the iron floor in to see what that would look like. Currently 3 o'clock in the morning. We're going to do a shakedown. Sadly, it does require the searching of 659 places. Considering we don't have many guards, only 36 in fact, and some of those are armed and whatnot and don't actually search, then, yeah, interesting. 25 regular guards is what we've got. 25 regular. It looks like, yeah, there they are. Our legendary prisoner, Felix, is in their cell. Normally they spend most of the time in solitary for various reasons, but they are there, so that at least is working. At least all of the food is being distributed properly as well. So we have, with the addition of these cookers and more cooks being added, or hired rather, then that's a lot better. I've just had a taser go off and I don't know where. First port of call is around here. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so Felix has decided that they don't want their cell searched and they've kicked off. And didn't really work out for them. Also, I should probably look at putting some lights in here because it's currently quite dark. What I'll do is put some lights opposite the shower because all of that condensation going into the light fitting can only be a good thing. And there we are, there's that sorted. So put it to max speed because it's going to take ages otherwise. And oh, I like that. That's some nice flooring in the workshop. That seems to fit quite nicely. We have found a big tunnel there. Once again, it's in this cell block B, because we're going from A, B, C, D. So it's always this one. Well, not always, but it is most frequently found in and around here. And I don't know why. Very strange. Shakedown is almost finished, and there's nothing to write home about in terms of what we found. Found some drugs, some ropes, all that sort of stuff. Things that they can make and steal inside the prison, basically. So it looks like we've got some more people. No traits to be aware of there. We've still got skill fighter and ex-law enforcement, and apparently a criminally insane prisoner who, for whatever reason, wants to mingle with the low-risk regular prisoners. Don't really have a problem with that, and they are actually eating here as well. And you can see status well fed across the board there, which is good. Haven't finished the shakedown, but I am going to stop doing that. Let's go over to quick build and then cloning. We are going to copy that and then go 1 and then 2. We're going to rotate it round and flip it so it is pretty much a mirror of that. That is probably some of the best stuff that they've added in quite some time, I think. The ability to rotate and flip using the clone. It just makes things so much easier. The rotation in itself was good. However, adding the flip is just fantastic. It means that's spending loads of time messing around doing all these little mirror images and stuff is not required. Let's go over to bushes here, and we're going to place a couple of bushes in and around this area just to make it look a bit better. So maybe one there, one there. There's going to be an odd ways in this. We'll do that. I think this is the first prison we've really spent time on making it like quite nice looking. Although we've still made some nice looking prisons in the past. Just we've not spent like loads of money on really doing it up. And there we go. Probably go for insufficient funds. That's because these cost how much? 50? Oh well, fair enough. We did get a total of 12 grand, I think, from an early release, so that is fine. So all of these clones are in. Now, obviously, we're not going to be hiring loads of psychologists because there is no requirement for it. We've only had one person interested, so there's no need to do that. And I've just saw the Morris. There he is, the Morris. Mark Morris. Mark the Morris. Prison number 81579. Convicted by a jury of his peers, causing widespread harassment, alarm and distress with repeated use of appalling gravel voice trying to convince people to play prison architect. 5 years for money laundering. They were sent down for. For those of you who don't know, that's Mark Morris was the original, I believe, producer of the game before it was sold to for the entire game, and IP was bought out by Paradox. Basically, it was Mark and Chris Delay and Mark Morris were like sort of two head honchos, I believe, with a lot of people working. Later on, towards the latter parts of the game, let's go for probably some more bushes in here. That works out quite nice, so we'll do that. Just gonna sort of copy what we've already got going there. A little bit of an extra gap there. I'm not too bothered. That is fine. And there we are. So loads of bushes going around there, and I guess it's just a case of waiting for it to be done. But no, that's actually looking quite nice. So the infirmary then, we currently don't have a great design in here. So what I'm going to do is redesign it a little bit, because I want like little separate, I wouldn't say booths, that would be wrong, but basically have it split up like that. So you have the beds and a little bit of wall. I mean, we could do that, in fact. So the beds sit in there quite nicely, which would be good to see. I think we will do that. I think we will do something like that. So there, and you can hardly see it on this. So I'll go from there, and that's all wrong. There we go. Much easier to see. And how is that? How was that worked out wrong? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 3. Ah, because obviously we've staggered it over with this. Alright, what we'll do then, we will instead make it a feature. So we'll have these beds in like so. And we'll have like this is where you walk down, because we do want ones either side as well. So if that runs up like that, there must be a better way of being able to see this. apart from changing the floor, I don't know what that is though. So we'll go across. So that's too large. So what's a gap of 3 and a gap of 2? So it's not going to fit in the centre. Okay, I'll do the ones down the bottom first, because these are set. There we are. And then I will dismantle the ones above. The reason I'm doing it that way is because if we did it, if we removed the beds, it might mess up the programs, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be redoing the programs. There's 9 grand for early release. Very good indeed. Down to there, and that's fine. So let's put the rest of this in, and we can see that, yeah, them beds sitting quite nicely. I like those. Yeah, that works out. Medical beds fit in, and not going to put them there, but I don't know how we're going to manage to place them around here. So if we had a wall and that there, you'd have a double thick. That's too close actually. Yeah, you'd have a gap of 3 and then a gap of 2. So it's going to be odd, whatever we do, which is a shame. But I guess needs must. So let's go once again. Walls and doors, classy, and then. Oh, do we want to have it there? Actually, we'll probably have the gap on either side so we can go around. Probably the way forward. Normally I wouldn't do something like this, simply because you would lose line of sight. At this stage we don't care, because we haven't got line of sight on. Fog of war. So there's all this going in. There's more early release. We're actually running at a loss. As you can see, daily cash flow is nearly minus 3 grand, but it doesn't matter, because we have got the early releases going through, so that's how we get most of our money. In this space here, what I'm going to do is put like a Like, would be like a nurse's station type of affair, I think. So we need a desk, which we could put there. Yeah, and filing cabinets line the back, and a chair like that, and that will make it look quite good. That's actually much better. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to go over to dismantle utilities, get rid of those, and then we'll connect it up to this one just to get it powered up. Although, let's cancel that. Dismantle all of these and then run it right across like so. So it can power everything up. No, I quite like that. There's something to be said for spending an inordinate amount of time on something that basically won't have any mechanical advantage. And that looks pretty good. Well, it would look pretty good if we could actually see. But at the moment, it's a little bit dark. But as you can see, the workers are cracking on as well. So that is fine. I will reschedule all programs just to make sure everything's in alignment. We should still have the alcohol group therapy for the common room insane sec, yeah, which is over here. That's fine. Right then, I think that is where we will leave it there. Actually very happy with that infirmary. I think that's a nice little addition. Obviously the office is put in here. We've got all of the bushes around here and the workshop also done as well. So a lot of little odds and ends that we've been meaning to sort out for quite some time. That's all now in. Next episode, what I'll do is probably look at getting this built, which is the cell block A, B, C, D, E. Cell block E in there. And that will be pretty much one of the last major things. Well, it will be the last major thing that we do in the facility. We still have this space here. Currently occupies nothing. This building, which we don't have any purpose for, this requires some flooring and obviously finished in and around here. And there's a little bit of like flooring to be placed in here and there and the odd tweak and change. But in terms of grading, very, very good. In terms of capacity, it's not too bad. And overall, quite happy so far. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.